Yesterday, as I was about to leave for the gym, I heard a knock on the door. This is about 3:30 in the afternoon, and this little young gentleman shows up at my front door wearing the Cancer Council t-shirt. For those who don't know and not from Australia, Cancer Council is a very big charity organization that raise money for cancer treatment and cancer research and clinical trial. This young gentleman was basically going door to door selling their sort of monthly subscription. And that moment, I had the biggest nostalgia because when I was 18, now I'm nearly 40 this year, when I was 18, that was one of the first jobs that I did. One of the first things I did was door to door sales and also selling on the streets of Sydney and all the shopping centers, trying to get people to donate money and raise awareness for cancer treatment. And of course, every single not-for-profit, especially of that scale and that size, have a budget for marketing and sales. You need to drive promotions and donations. And I was talking to this young guy, just brought back so many memories of that 12-month period that I was doing Cancer Council fundraising. And I told him, oh no, I mean, I know the spill. I still remember the spill so well. I'm just so happy that a young guy like you is doing this. The reason why I say that is because he said he was 18, he's 2 weeks on the job, and he just sort of just let out that he was having a tough time. And I just think, mate, you're 18. I think this is one of the best things that you could do for your life is to do this job, because this job is really, really hard. You are constantly getting no's, constantly. I think 95% of the time it's no, no, no. You knock on someone's door, not interested, mate. Nah, fuck off. No, don't want to hear it. You're getting all of that. But when you get that one yes and that one person to sign up and say, yep, I'm happy to donate $30 a month to cancer research and to help someone that's going through a tough time, that is euphoria. And it happens because it's like in life, you're going to get so many times where life just pushes you down. And that one moment of euphoria where you have a major win, that's what signing up someone is like when you're doing this sort of job. But for me, I just told him, look, man, it's one of the best things that you could do for yourself because A, you're going to learn to talk to so many people, young, old, cranky, mum with a baby in her arm, whatever. But you're going to encounter a huge variety of people in life. And that in itself is a skill, to be able to talk to different people and to stay cool under pressure. That's the first thing I thought. Secondly, I told him, mate, expect no's. That's what life is about, really. If you're going to go after the girls, you're going to get more no's than yeses. If you're going to go after that job, you're going to get more no's. If you're going to do that, you're going to start that business, you're going to have more failures than your success. But it teaches you that, hey, the failure that you're going to experience, they're just basically little training loops that you need to go through. And as we get older as adults, we don't want to do, especially our age, right? We just don't want to go through that loop of failing. This is me failing every day, showing up to do these YouTube head talks. Yeah, look, they suck. Yeah, look, I'm not getting that many views. Who gives a fuck? We're practicing here, You never know where this is going to lead. And I told him, look, this skill set, you never know where it's going to lead. You never know what it will give for your next position in life or what business you decide to start. A lot of what I feel, because I have nieces and nephews and friends in that age group, there's this lack of, I don't know how to say this without offending anyone, but there needs to be a little bit more grit, and it's okay to have hurdles thrown at you. When you're doing that sort of job, when you're door knocking and you're saying, hey, I'm from the Cancer Council, I'm here to raise money, and you're going to get that door slammed on your face constantly, it builds up a lot of resilience, so much resilience. So I think if you're going to look for a job and you just want to get resilience and some proper real world training into your system and under your belt, mate, door-to-door sales or just face-to-face sales where you're talking to people constantly every single day, one of the best things that you can do. as a young person, even an old person if you're freaking shy. So if you want to build up just skill sets, interpersonal skills to deal with people, one of the best things you can do is basically start talking to people. Not on the phone. The phone is one thing, but we can talk to people face to face and watch their micro expressions and just work with people and think of it as a game. It's a phenomenal skill set. But yeah, I was talking to that young dude. Look, he said he got a shitload out of it for talking to me for 10 minutes while I was trying to get ready to go to the gym. I didn't sign up to the Cancer Council. Our family, we donate in other ways. But yeah, it was just one of those moments where I was like, holy crap, this 18-year-old dude is doing something great and it's going to lead to great things. The greatest thing that it gave me was the courage to ask my wife, my future wife, out at the very beginning. I got that courage from doing that job. And now she's my wife and we've got 2 beautiful kids and we're doing life together. But I only got that courage to ask her out because I did this job and I'm okay with no's. I'm okay with someone saying, nah, no thank you, no thanks, nah, fuck off, go away. Yeah, it's one of those jobs. It's one of those jobs that I think everyone should try and do once in their life. Just to go through the process of understanding rejection, and it's okay. You're not going to die. Yeah. So, one of the best jobs that you can do, I think. To that young kid, what's his name? Ollie. To the young kid, Ollie, I appreciate you popping into my life and bringing a lot of nostalgia back into my world. Keep on doing what you're doing. I don't know what the future's going to hold. Maybe you stumble across this video one day in the future. But Ollie, keep doing you, man. Cheers. Bye.